Morning, guys. How are we today? Okay, today, in today's news, I want to talk about this comet coming in. This has been consuming a lot of my time lately, checking out this stuff that's going on with this comet. Comet ISON. If you guys haven't heard about it, which I find it impossible that you wouldn't have, because it's all over the news and it's all over Facebook and all kinds of conspiracy theories going on with this. And apparently, we've got this big, huge rock coming in from the outer reaches of our galaxy, from the Oort cloud. It's coming in, big, huge thing, biggest one ever. Well, biggest one in our lifetime, anyways. Much bigger than Halley's Comet and all that thing. I mean, this thing is massive, right? Now, so here we go again, right? Not bad, it's not bad enough. We got the financial system crashing, and we got this extension going on in the U.S., which is going to affect all of the North American money and all this crap going on. We got that to worry about. Then we combine that with, the stuff you can read online about what the hell's going down in the U.S. with these FEMA camps that got all set up and the millions of rounds of ammunition they're buying and all the soldiers in the training and the rations that are handed out to kids in school and all this. We got all kinds of stuff going on. All kinds of stuff to think about. More fear, eh? Keep pumping the fear down their throats, right? Keep us in that zone, right? Keep us in that fear zone. Now, ISON wasn't meant to be a fear tactic. It just worked out that way for them. It was a perfect little pawn on the chessboard for them because, they're trying to distract your attention from what's really going on, right? So what do we have? We have this huge rock coming in, and apparently it's got a couple of things that can happen. If you listen to the mainstream on it, you don't hear a lot about it, which I find is really strange, which we're going to talk about a little bit. But, a couple months back and even a year back and a couple years back, actually, you can start to see a lot of stuff. They knew this thing was coming, right? Coming in from the Oort cloud, this big chunk of rock, and there's always a possibility at any given time that some of this stuff can hit Earth, right? We've just been lucky enough that most of the stuff that comes into our atmosphere burns up and never does hit the Earth. But although we did have one, I think it was in Germany not long before, a couple months back, maybe a year, not even quite a year back, massive chunk of this rock come flying down through space. I'm sure you guys have all seen the videos on it. So here we have this ISON coming in. Now, because we don't hear about much of really what's going on in the mainstream media, we're not hearing much from NASA on this. What happens is you get the conspiracies get started, right? All the different conspiracies. So something to take our attention away from the real problems, what's really going on Earth, right? Well, what can happen? Well, a couple of things. Number one, like they tell us, it's going to come in, it's going to be just a beautiful sight to be seen, just like Halley's Comet, only better. Great big huge thing. It's not going to come near Earth, not going to come even close. It's just going to come close enough that we're going to be able to see it in the sky with in all its beauty and all its wonder. This piece of our galaxy is coming in, and this thing could be thousands and thousands of years old, and lots to learn from it. The scientists are all excited about this coming in. Apparently, we're going to get to see this, the biggest one in maybe 3,500 years to come through, and it's just going to be a beautiful sight to be seen. People on Earth are going to get the chance to see this beautiful part of our cosmos coming through the sky, like fireworks coming through the sky. Beautiful, beautiful thing. Get out and see it. I'm looking forward to it. I've been looking for it, but I haven't been able to see it yet because of the elliptical and everything else. It's not an easy viewing thing right now. You got to know exactly where to look and stuff like this. There's guys out there though that have identified it, so it's definitely there. It's definitely there. There's a couple things that can happen. Apparently, it's going to come in and either be a beautiful sight to be seen, and that's the end of it, or it's going to whip around the sun. Okay, so this thing's whipping around the sun right now. I think that's where it's supposed to be at. It's still in the backside of the sun, or just coming out of the backside of the sun right now. So it may dive into the sun. They call it a sun diver. It may just dive in there and burn up, and that's it. Nothing to worry about, right? Or maybe when it dives in to the sun, maybe it's going to cause a solar flare, a massive solar flare. And if things work out just perfectly with the planetary alignment with the sun, that flare could come out and hit Earth. Woo! That could be bad. Apparently, that could knock out satellites and all the satellites. There could be like an EMP, their electromagnetic pulse that comes out of that, and that can wreak havoc on whatever part of the planet that it hit. Maybe all of the planet. It might be big enough that it consumes the entire planet. If it's a small enough flare, it might only hit North America. It might only hit China. We don't know where it's going to hit. So, that would be bad, right? What else can happen with this thing? So it can either dive in the sun and that can happen, or it could dive in the sun and just burn out. Nothing could happen. It could just fly around and come out the other side, and it could, just go back out into the outer reaches of the galaxy and never to be seen again. Or it could come around and it could get caught up in Earth's gravitational pull, and it could get, the single rock can stay intact, or the piece of iron, whatever's in there, is superheated, compressed metals of whatever's in there, that could come down. It could hit our ocean, somewhere in the ocean. Maybe it won't hit land. Maybe it'll hit the ocean somewhere. Well, if it hits the ocean somewhere, I don't know the exact numbers, but thousands of miles an hour or thousands of miles per second, this thing could hit the ocean and cause who knows what havoc on the ocean, right? I mean, this thing could cause tidal waves. It could cause a whole, the impact could be hard enough that it could cause all kinds of havoc. This could cause tsunami type waves in different countries. All coasts at once could be covered in water, and it could be devastation that way for thousands and thousands of people that live along the coastlines. Oh, what else have we got going on out there? Oh, this thing can do we're not sure what it's going to do. It could do a lot of different things. It could break up. It could break up in thousands of chunks, little tiny chunks. Well, I'm not talking tiny, but I mean pumpkin-sized balls could come raining down a fiery hell on Earth. The people that are following the Revelations, they like that one the best. The comets coming in, and that fits the book. If you look through the book, you can see that. It's supposed to, comets. There's lots of comets that come in, and these comets, or asteroids, whatever. I don't know the difference. Comet, asteroid, whatever. One is made of ice and one is made of minerals or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, big balls of rock are hard objects plummeting the Earth and causing fire and fucking all kinds of stuff. And there's the other thing too. This thing could be big enough, apparently, because we don't know. We're not being told too much. If it comes close enough, it could kind of just sort of grab, if this is Earth, it could come by and just kind of get stuck for a second in Earth's gravitational pull, but it's going at such speed that it could just kind of sort of grab onto the Earth and tilt the Earth on its axis, changing our poles and causing all kinds of earthquakes and devastation to the Earth, and changing the continents and causing continental divide and all kinds of crap. I mean, this thing could be serious. We don't. So there's lots of fucking theories, lots of theories on this thing. And we just don't know. I mean, this is just stuff that we have to type into YouTube, and we have to go, looking for these other people, these people that have telescopes, and these, conspiracy theorists, and that's where we're going to get our information from, because we can't seem to get a dead set answer out of CNN. You know what I mean? And that's all fucking controlled by this anyway. So none of us believe in our governments anymore anyway. I mean, 1 out of 5 people still believe in their governments doing the right thing for them, which I just find is fucking mind-blowing, because we don't stop it. We just continue to, okay, who do I vote for? Here's my 3 choices. We just keep doing that way of thinking. It keeps going and going and going, and we never believe our government. We're happy the day they get elected. Yeah, my guy got elected. Woohoo! Like a hockey team that won the night, and then back to your day job, right? Oh, nobody knows how to do anything. You can't run this country properly. No. We don't know what to think anymore. So now we got this comet coming in, and we got the global crisis with the financial system. Oh my God, we got, we just had a huge tornado, or I guess they're not calling it a tornado, but anyways, come through the Philippines just this week. There's massive devastation there. Could be thousands of people dead from that. Oh man, it's one thing after another, We don't know what to do. But we'll stick to this comet ISON for a while. So, the other theory is, the more you look into this comet ISON, and it talks about ISON coming in, and this could be just a big cover-up. This could be a planetary system. This could be pieces of, or outer edges of, a planetary system coming in, like a larger planet. Like, you can read about ISON and its relationship to possibly Nibiru, if you've ever heard any readings on Nibiru. Nibiru is this other planet, the winged planet, right? They've seen the pictures. It's got the wings there. It's a fiery ball, red ball, maybe a brown dwarf star or something, I don't know. But anyways, another planet. Or maybe the Anunnaki, the Anunnaki. Remember them? We must have read a little bit about the Anunnaki. I mean, these people are beings have been written about in ancient Egyptian scrollings and things like this, and these may have been the more intelligent beings, these Anunnaki, these taller beings than us with the weird shaped heads and stuff like that. These guys, they might have been the ones that actually built the pyramids, and they're coming back. Maybe they're coming back. They're coming back in, because we need their help. I like that theory. I like thinking about maybe we get some help from outer space soon, because we're going to need some help from somebody soon. If we continue the way we're doing things, I mean, oh yeah, we still got Fukushima going on. Don't forget about that. That's an important thing we're not focusing on enough. this Fukushima thing. I mean, we're just sending radiation out into the bowels of the ocean, and this is our, this is our global, thing that creates our weather and everything else. This ocean, we're killing it. All the fish. I mean, millions and millions of fish, they're dying in the ocean. Just last week, I heard about a whale that came up and it died on the beach, and they cut this thing open, and inside the belly of the whale, water bottles, thousands of water bottles, plastic water bottles inside the belly of a whale. Right on. Good job, humanity. Oh man, we got to start making water bottles out of krill. Let's get krill, round them all up, figure out how to process krill into a container, and so when we throw them in the fucking ocean after, that's natural food for the whales. That's what I figure. Oh man, one thing after another. So we don't know what's going on with ISON, but what's got me freaked out about it is people are thinking, well, this thing could be, if this is part of the revelations and whatever, and this is like this fiery rain out of hell of asteroids that's going to kill half the population, well, why everybody bitching about? What are you worried about? I mean, your Bible told you this was coming. You knew it was coming, and you didn't prepare? Well, I mean, hopefully you saved yourself by now. Hopefully you've been saved, because, this is the coming of something, right? Something bad, right? We're going to go to another, if you believe in your souls and all that, that's coming soon, because we're going to get rained down in this fiery hell of brimstone. But why do we care so much? I mean, we are living on a planet where there is thousands of people starving every single day. They're dying. People are dying. They're starving. We're sending people off to war. We're sending our children off to war to fight somebody's fucking battles daily. Daily people are dying, getting shot for no reason, for somebody else's money or oil or fucking minerals or whatever the hell that they've got us all fighting for, killing each other over their reasons. This is going on daily. And then we've got all these people starving in different areas of the world unnecessarily. We just don't spend any time, trying to help these people. I mean, we go over there and give them a few shots or whatever, and feed them some fucking rice or something like that. But we don't really try and fix the root of the problem, right? I mean, there's too much money being generated in the act of trying to help them. We wouldn't want to, cure that problem. We wouldn't want to fix that problem, just like we do with everything else, with the cancers and fucking you name it. We don't want to cure these fucking things. We don't want to really fix these problems because there's too much money being generated, in the process of allowing them to go on, right? So, I mean, we're worried about this comet coming in. I mean, I fail to see the bad side. These people are suffering, thousands of places all over the world. They're starving, and this comet could come down and explode and wreak havoc and kill a whole bunch of people instantly. Perfect, I say. I'd rather see these people die instantly than live under a system whereas they could be fucking helped, but they're not, so they're having to suffer through miserable fucking lives. This is going to kill them instantly. I think that's a much more humane way of dealing with the population problem that we have, apparently, that we can't feed everybody. This is fucking bullshit, but anyways. So that's sure to kill them quickly. I mean, I'm thinking the glass is half full instead of half empty. Sure, perfect. Oh, wait, shit, I forgot though. Wait a minute. This thing could possibly rain down fiery hell on the haves as well. People like you and I. Or what if the solar flare happens, What if this fucking knocks out the satellites and shit like that? Our iPhones might not work. Fucking Facebook wouldn't work. I wouldn't be able to post this video right now and try and tell anybody about it. Holy shit. So there could be a downside for me too, Ooh, okay, I don't like that. It's not bad if it happens somewhere else in the world, but I don't want that stuff coming too close to home. We don't want that over here, right? So that's going to affect me directly. That's not good. Well, in today's news, Comet ISON may cause havoc and rain down fiery hell on you. You might want to go and buy some rice and candles. Get some candles. You're going to need some candles because the power grid's going to get knocked out, and that could be indefinitely for a long time. That could go down for a while. So buy some candles. Oh, and yeah, toilet paper. You're going to need some toilet paper too. Lots of toilet paper because you're going to be shitting your pants when this thing comes in. You're going to want lots of that. So, oh yeah, and if you're into the stock market, right now would be a perfect time. Go invest in some candles and batteries and stuff like that. Anybody that's selling batteries and candles and stuff like that, you want to invest in those because that's where the money's going to be made through this thing. Oh yeah, lots of stuff going to be sold through that. Walmart's going to be lined up like crazy. Can't wait to see that. Oh, and then, oh wait. This thing is supposed to hit right around Christmas time too, right? Like if it does hit, if something crazy does go on, it's going to happen right between the 24th and the 27th of December this year. Perfect timing. Perfect timing, right at Christmas time. Excellent. And then we got these FEMA camps being set up in the States. You know, so how does that intertwine? You know, maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe they are expecting something to hit. You know, there's going to be havoc. There's going to be, oh, wait, and then we get this test going on. There's also this test, if you read into it, there's this test going on with the States. They're going to shut off all the lights. I can't remember if it's New York or one of the major cities. They want to test their ability to control and stuff like this. So, and handle an emergency situation. So they're going to shut off all the power. Perfect. So, hey, wait. Maybe they'll shut off all the power right as the comet's coming in so we can all get a good look at it. That would be nice. Hopefully all the lights go out so we get a real good look at this thing coming in. And then we can really see what it's all about. It'll be nice dark skies if they shut off all the lights, eh? Well, that'll be perfect timing anyway. So as they can shut off the lights, everybody can start panicking and, start looting and losing control and everything else. And then we can send out these people that are controlling these FEMA camps, all these trained soldiers that we've been training for this type of situation. And they can go round up all these people up. All these, whoever these people are, these that they're scared of, probably people like you and I that are thinking there was something else going on or figuring out their system. Hey, we're going to fucking get all these people together and fucking put them in a camp somewhere so we can shut them up. Stop these people from talking about this shit because, we're losing control of the financial system. We can't have all this going on. So that's all just some more conspiracy stuff, right? I mean, we don't know what's going on. We're not being told what's going on. That's what I find is weird, All they're saying, really, about this comet ISON, two beliefs, really. It's just going to come in. Don't worry about nothing to worry about. Don't worry. No big deal. It's just going to come in. It's going to be a nice light show. It's probably going to burn up in the sun. If we're lucky enough that it doesn't burn up in the sun, we get to see it on the way out, and it's going to be beautiful, and don't worry about it. Nothing to worry about. Don't even worry about it. Or all this other devastation could happen. We don't know. Nobody's really being told, and it's got to the point whereas we don't believe anything we hear from the mainstream, period. That's how sad it's gotten. It's gotten to the point whereas we can't believe our scientists anymore because we all know that they're controlled by this, and we can't believe it. So it's this perpetual cycle of keeping ourselves in fear. We do it ourselves. We're our own worst enemies, right? Oh man. So anyways, that's a little bit on comet ISON. I don't know what to think. The way I'm thinking, though, hey, what's the bad side? This thing comes in, wreaks down havoc, possibly kills off a whole bunch of people, maybe you, maybe I. I'm not worried. I'm all energy. I'm all part of the energy. And you can't kill energy. So, to me, what are you going to do? Maybe you'll become enlightened. Maybe you'll get to be released from this hell on earth that we live in this life in this fucking puppeteer environment, and we get to move on to the next level of enlightenment. That's the way I look at it. Because I can't stand thinking about every day all this bullshit. Oh, it's going to be the tsunamis are going to come in and fucking we're going to have all these problems with this planet, with the solar system, and with the solar flares, and with the starvation that's going on in the world, and all this stuff. It just piles on top of you and piles on top of you. And you can't just spend your life thinking about that. You got to get out of this zone and start thinking, like we were talking, all possibilities in my previous videos. You're not locked into this having to believe in all this bullshit. Believe in what you want to believe in here. Keep it in a positive form. Send off positive energies. That's how you change the world. That's how we manipulate reality. By all believing in something different. Allow your friend to think about something different and embrace that. Allow your friend to have a different religion, a different thought. It doesn't have to be a conspiracy. It's just a different idea. Take in all these ideas and come up with your own ideas on what's going to happen. And meanwhile, do your best to follow your dreams. Figure out a way to follow your dreams, get away from the system, and go do something that you love to do. Because you're only on this earth for a short while in a physical form, and you want to make sure that you have as good of a time as you can. As a matter of fact, I'm looking at it like, hey, if the power goes out, great. I get to see all this beautiful thing in the sky without any city lights. And if it does hit the planet, well, at the end of the day, what do we got to lose? You can't be worrying about this stuff all your life. Be happy. Love your neighbor. If something does go down, don't fight, don't argue. It's going to be around Christmas time. This is the time for joy and happiness. Be like the people in Whoville, when the Grinch come in. Grinch come in and tried to fucking ruin Christmas. It doesn't matter. That's not going to ruin my Christmas. I'm going to sing, I'm going to dance, I'm going to drink lots of beer. And, oh yeah, that's another thing, though. You might want to, while you're buying those candles and stuff like that, you might want to stock up on some extra beer and stuff like that. Because if this thing knocks out the power grid, I mean, hell, man, it's going to be some time off from work, some time off from the mundane job that you have to worry about. You don't have to worry about going and talking to your boss on Monday morning after that shit happens. You'll be more concerned about building some shelter, keeping your family warm, whatever. But you're gonna want a party. You know, you're gonna want some beer. So have something to drink, right? Makes the mundane task of having to rebuild your house or find shelter, and that makes that easier when you got a few beers in you. So I'm thinking anyway. So there's a little thought on ISON anyways. So stock up on the beer and the candles. Invest in some toilet paper. You're going to need lots of toilet paper just in case. And if it doesn't come, you can always use toilet paper and beer. And candles, well, they're always nice to light too. You should light them more often. Light a few candles here and there. They're nice to have. I don't think we all like candles enough. We should burn them in the evening. Burn some candles in your house. It's a nice aura. So if you got lots of candles hanging around after this, maybe have a little more romantic dinners with your wife a little more often. You know, who knows? Anyways, that's my thoughts on ISON, and looking forward to some comments on that. What do you guys think is going to happen? And have yourself a good Sunday.